A blank sheet of paper. Can it open the iron door of the prison? He tore the paper in half. He pressed one half onto the keyhole of the prison door. He scraped it vigorously with his fingertips. Then he took out a pencil. He traced the outline carefully along the marks. The outline of the keyhole appeared on the paper. He rolled the other half of the paper into a thin tube. He carefully inserted it into the keyhole. This was to measure the depth of the lock cylinder. Then, he broke the pencil into pieces one by one. He tried it over a dozen times. Finally, he found a piece that was closest in length to the key. The first step of the escape was completed on the paper. But this was only the beginning. Harry's gaze was now fixed on the guard's key like a nail. During meals, he stared at the keyring swaying beside the tray. During recreation time, he watched the moment the key was inserted into the iron door, under the cover of his cellmates. Every glance felt like walking a tightrope. Until one day, he finally replicated the complex patterns in his mind, but the key replicated on paper still needed a physical form. Harry stared at the wood shavings in his hand. Suddenly, his eyes lit up. Perhaps, wood was the answer. While working, he took advantage of the guard turning away, quickly stuffed a small piece of wood into the water bottle. At the moment of security check, his face was tense and stiff. His muscles were trembling. The guard picked up the water bottle, poured out every drop of tea, and shook it vigorously. Fortunately, Harry had already stuffed the remaining space in the water bottle with cloth strips. The wood was securely hidden at the bottom. That's how it escaped detection. Late at night, Harry took out the hidden wood and sharpened iron. He started working by the faint light from the window. He glued the key rod to the groove. He stuffed it under the lampshade to bake and reinforce it. He then used a file to carefully carve out the grooves. Each stroke was as light as a feather. He feared waking the guard in the neighboring cell. When the rough yet precise wooden key took shape, the texture of the paper, the warmth of the wood, all became symbols of freedom. He gripped the wooden key and walked to the door. His fingertips trembled. He inserted the key into the lock. He turned it gently. Click. The lock opened. Harry stared at the slowly opening door. His throat tightened. Behind this door was clearly visible freedom, but the next second, his smile froze on his face. Not far away, there was another tightly closed iron door. What was even more deadly was that the keyhole of that door was clearly on the outside of the cell. Only the guard could open it from the outside.